Hey everyone, Nate here. I'm gonna talk a little bit guitar today. I guess we're gonna call this lesson. Actually, this should be lesson one of a few. So we'll start out easy and simple. Let me get used to being talking in front of the camera instead of just playing. And today we're gonna focus on the first position of our blues scale, which is just a derivative of the pentatonic. We will be playing in A minor, so we'll be working on the actual minor blues scale. Further down the line, I will show you the major and how they both actually kind of coincide with each other. That'll be for another time. So we're going to be working in A minor, so you'll need your A minor, which starts on your 5th fret of your E string. And it's just a simple bar. If you need further instruction, there's tons of charts, printouts, everything online. You'll find them very easily. And we are going to work in the first position. So we're going to start on the 5th fret. We're going to do your blues scale, which is 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1. That's technically your A again, and then 4, and then it's just same thing down. 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1. And that is ultimately your first position. And you can do a lot in your first position. The major trick is actually knowing where your root notes are, or your key. So we're in A, so our root note is A, which is the 5th fret of your E string, the 7th fret of your D string, which is also called an octave, and you'll find your A again sitting here, right there on the 5th fret of your high E. And knowing where your roots are really makes it a lot easier for while you're playing, because if you get lost, or you really don't know what to do, the root note of a key will always work. And working a little before it, or a little after it, you can do a lot in the first box. To demonstrate, I'm just going to jam for a few seconds, and I will not go out of the first box. I'm going to just be using the A minor chord, and we'll see what I can come up with. So you can do a lot in the one. I mean, we have 4 other boxes that we could explore right now. I don't want to confuse anybody. And for me, I guess I taught myself what some people call the cage system, some people call it the box system. It's just how I figured out how to play and what made sense. I used pattern shapes and learned what the sounds, where my fingers are, what it sounds like. So it didn't matter if I'm in the key of G, I knew that whatever I played in the key of A would still work. So if I did this in A, I can do it in G. I can do it in B. Key is relative. You just need to know where your root note is. So for us today, it's A minor, and it's on the 5th fret of the E string. That's where we're starting. That's our one position. Hopefully, most of you know your 1, 4, 5, which is just simple progression. Your 1 is your A minor. Your 4 is right here, your D7th, and your 5 is right here, your E7th. And those 3 chords right there, you can do your normal 10-bar blues, 12-bar blues, 8-bar blues, however you want. And I'm just going to jam for a little bit right over a simple off-the-cuff, probably 10-bar blues progression. Don't show me if it's not. And I will hence stay in the one spot, and you'd be amazed what you can do. done right in the one. So I guess my best bit of advice is to get comfortable with each position. Don't try to learn the whole thing overnight. As I say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Start simple. Start simple and learn to make what you know sound the best you can. Instead of trying to learn all the boxes at once, focus on the first box for a while. You can do a lot in your first position, and even in a jam, a 1-4-5 basic blues jam, you don't have to come out of the first box. You can, and hopefully down the line we will, but work on making each note count. It's not how much you say, it's how you say it. So keep it simple and see what you can come up with. Bends, all that other stuff we will work on a little bit later. I'd like to get you all comfortable with all 5 positions of your pentatonic or your blues scale, and then I'd like to show you how to actually link your major and your minor together without it being like a physics lesson, and we'll go from there. Hopefully this was semi-educational. I know it was pretty basic, pretty rudimentary, but I'd love to see y'all just focus on your one position. Pick a key. It doesn't matter. A's great. Most of us seem to learn that way. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. It's what music's meant to be. So, have fun with it, and blues on, my friends.